Hi, I am Narendra Kumar, and in this video we are going to build a Databricks dashboard from scratch. We will build this kind of visualization using AI features where we will just ask and it will build these for us. We will apply filters, multiple tabs, and we will also enable Genie workspace where we can ask natural language based questions and it can provide answer and even visualizations directly. So let's get started. To build a dashboard from scratch, we need to go to this dashboards tab and then click on create dashboard. So first we will see a blank screen with no visualization and anything. And then first of all, we need to go to the data tab because dashboards, they will show data. We need data. So in this case, we will add the data source from here. And Databricks, it provides some sample data. So you don't need to create anything. We will use the bakehouse sample data. Here we are going to use these three tables like customers, franchisee and transactions. So it is like some bakehouse owner related data where there are multiple sites, multiple location, franchisees, customers and their transactions. So this information we will use it. And now the data has been loaded here. So these are the names given and we can see by default it is selecting all the columns, which is fine for start. Now we go to this untitled page where we add the visualizations. To add the visualizations, we get all these options. So by default it is select where we drag around the visualizations. Then we add a visualization from here. So let's say I want to add a visualization here and uh, I, on the right side we get all the options what we want to do here. Here we will start with the simplest visualization. So we will be adding this counter visualization here, and in the counter we are going to show the total revenue. So total revenue, what it is, like it will be the sum of total price from this transaction table. So here I have selected total price and we can see the total revenue here. We can change its size. We can add the title as well. We will name it as revenue. And now let's say alongside revenue, we also want to see the total quantity. So what I will do is we will use this clone option here. And this time instead of like sum of total price, we will add the quantity here. So now we can see the total quantity. We will name it as quantity. And next comes the interesting part. So now we will add one more visualization, but this time we will not configure all these options ourselves. We will ask AI to do it. So here we are going to ask it like, so show revenue by franchisee country. And that's it. We will press enter. And at the right side, automatically it has opened the AI assistant. And this assistant, it has the knowledge about our dashboard, our data, everything. So currently it is thinking what to do based on our question or input. And now we can see that the data that it is trying to access, so that currently doesn't exist. What it means is that the data exists as separate table, but the transaction table that don't have a country column, so it will need to join that. And that also we don't have to do it. It has decided that this is the SQL query, how we can join both the tables and then get that country column. We just have to allow it. And once we allow it, it will automatically create that data set also, as well as the visualization for us. So here we can see the visualization has been created. And if we go to data, we will see it has created a new data set automatically. So that's how we can create these visualizations using AI as well automatically. So I'm going to expand it for better visualization. And this time we can see that automatically it has configured all these options. And even country wise, it has selected decent colors so that it is visually better. Now, let's say if we want to add a text also at the top. So that's where we have this option text. And text is like it can be used as a label or as a highlighter element, whatever we want to show to user. Let's say here I'm giving it a name like executive sales overview. And here we can select different heading types. Accordingly, the size will change. And even we can also set the title of this page as well. So here we can have multiple pages, and this is the name I have given here. And from here we can add another page, and this time we are going to put details here related to customer and product insights. And here also let's add some visualization. So if I click here, this time also let's use the same trick. I want to get country wise payment method and revenue. So let's see what kind of visualization it creates for us. And to show that data again, it need to create another data set. So I will allow it. And here we can see that it has created really nice visualization, and it has put proper colors as well. Next, let's see how we can add filters. So here we get the option to add any filter. If I click it, it will allow me to add a filter here. And on the right side here, I can select any field. So this is the data set it had created. And here we get these columns. So I will select country as a filter. And by default, we can see that it is showing all these countries. And if I select any country, so the filter is working fine. It is showing the data only for that country. And we can add multiple filters also. So let me select the filter again. And this time, let me select another filter here. So this time, instead of country, let's say I want payment method. So that will appear as a filter here. So that's how easily we can apply these filters. Now quickly let's add one more visualization. This time we will do product wise revenue. So let's say product wise revenue. This time let's create a bar chart. And here we can see that it has created. I see we have all the bar charts. So let's change this one to a pie chart. So now it is converted. And let's try to place them side by side for better visualization here. So this way we can easily drag drop and we can change their size. We can do all these things. Now to give it a better look, it looks very white. If we like colors, so for background color, we get multiple option. So for the background color for entire dashboard, we get this setting here. And in this setting, we can change the background here. So whatever color we select here, that background will be selected. As we can see, it is applicable for entire dashboard, and it will be applicable for both the pages as well. And if we want to put background for these charts, then we have to select any chart, and then from here we need to change it. So here if I go to background and if I select any other background here, so that will be applied. That way we can change these background color whatever we want to do. So this is how it looks now. And let me put some colors here as well. So yeah, colors may not be look like that professional. It is just a quick demo, I would say. But yeah, we can put any colors that we want. I just wanted to showcase the functionality. So now we can say our dashboard, it is ready. And then here, like we need to give it a name. So now to make this dashboard available to business users, we need to publish it. And this is where we get the publish option. And here we get all these options as well, like which permission we shall use. So by default, we will use Unity catalog based permissions, or we can set up individual data permission as well. And we get this option to like notify the viewers also if we are upgrading this. Now the dashboard has been published. So let's check out the published dashboard here. And this is how the published dashboard look like. So we don't get all those options now, and we can schedule a refresh from here as well. And all these filters will be applicable whatever we want to do. And the next option, it is about this ask Genie. So using this option, we get to query these dashboard. Let's say some of the data, if we want to see some other way, or if we want to summarize it, so we can do that. So let's say if we want, like, what is total revenue, which we don't see in our current graph here. So it will internally calculate and then tell us. And here is the total revenue. And this, I would say, it was a simple example. It just had to do the sum. Now let's try something different. Here we see the country wise revenue, but card wise the data is in these bars. So let's say we want to get the card wise revenue now. So let's see, based on just three keywords, it shall be able to understand. So now it is trying to figure out what it need to do. It has generated some code, and yes, it has done the group by based on those card wise, and it is showing the data. So looks like the values are similar, but apart from just values, it is automatically showing us a quick visualization also, which helps us to understand the data better. And to make these dashboards available to business users, Databricks has introduced this separate feature, Databricks One, because business users, they don't like all these options. For them it is a complicated UI, even though it looks very familiar to us. So that's where they have introduced this separate UI itself. And if we go there, so there the UI, it will be very simple. So here is the new UI that they have introduced. As you can see, it is very clean. Here they show only dashboards, Genie spaces, and apps. And this is where we can see the dashboard that we just published. If we click it, it will take us to the same UI which was there. But this time, all the left side options are not there. So that makes it more appealing, and it is showing it with a better visualization this time. So that's how business users will see this dashboard. And if we want to make further changes to the dashboard, we just click this edit draft button. It will take us back to that development screen. There we can make any change that we want and publish again. So we are back here. This time, let's say we don't want this filter. And we have removed the filter and we can publish again. So that's how simply we can make changes and publish it. So that's all I wanted to showcase in this demo. I hope now you know how to create a dashboard from scratch, how to create visualizations using AI, and how to query the data using AI also using plain English. So all these features are really interesting. And if you still have any doubts, any queries, put a comment. If you liked my content, please put a like and comment on the video. That's all for now. Thank you. Bye bye. Happy learning.